Assalamualaikum everyone. I've promised like long time ago on Instagram to review a book with the title Revive Your Heart by Ustad Noman Ali Khan. Alhamdulillah, I get a change now. And firstly, Ustad Noman Ali Khan is an Islamic speaker. He's the founder and CEO of Baina Institute that focuses on Arabic and Quranic studies, and he delivers everything in this book, the message and the lessons like linguistically. This book has 7 parts or topics, and all are well explained. But today I would like to slightly discuss part 1. It is about connecting to Allah through one amazing action ever. That's dua. Dua is highlighted in our religion. We make dua in salah, we make dua before and after eat, before going to bed, before enter the bathroom, before and after wudu, and so on. So dua is that significant that even for a simple activity we have the specific dua to say. That's why the dua of many prophets are recorded in the Quran, and this is what we are going to talk about. Every one of us, I'm really sure, has the experience of making dua. And at some points we may wonder that we have prayed a lot. We made an effort to wake up in the middle of the night. We cried, we had a very long prostration and so on. But sometimes our dua does not work as to how we expected. And then the questions like, why Allah does not answer me? Why I don't get what I asked? And why it's even getting worse? Those questions probably disturb our minds. Then we may be disappointed and we're giving up to talk to Allah about that. Now let's take a deep breath, sit down comfortably, let's spend some time to recenter our perspective about dua, to reflect on some of our Prophet's attitudes when they supplicate to Allah. Remember the story of Musa alayhi salam in Surah Al-Qasas? He escaped from Egypt because he was wanted for murder. He was going all the way to Madian, where he then isolated in a condition that was far from being ideal. He's homeless, he didn't have food, he was alone in the desert. To make it short, I assume that you have heard the story. Musa alayhi salam then helped the 2 young ladies he met in Madian to give drink to their sheep because the well was full of men. After that he returned, he sat back down in the shade, and now as he sat under the tree, he said a powerful, remarkable dua, that because of the incredible of the statement, Allah does make it part of the Quran. We have to highlight that at that time he was alone by himself, no congregation behind him, and no one says Ameen to his dua. This dua in Surah Al-Qasas 24, Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min khairin faqir, indicates that he appreciated what Allah gave him even in the middle of nothing, because anzalta is in the past tense form. He stated his condition as faqir. He didn't own anything and Allah was the one who provided him with anything he desperately needed. He appreciated including the chance to help those 2 women because he felt guilty after accidentally killed someone in Egypt. And here's the rules of the Quran apply. When we are grateful, Allah will certainly give more. You know what happened to Musa alayhi salam right after that one short, deep, sincere dua came out of his mouth? Bi'idhnillah, he got housing, employment, marriage, and immigration status. MashaAllah. The second story is the story of Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam. He made dua about having a child. He said, قال ربي إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك رب شقيا. This is really beautiful. You have to read this book to get more complete breakdown of the balagha. But let's see that in short, Zakaria alayhi salam highlighted about how old he was already. His weakened bones, his aged hair, his frailty. The fact is that until this age, he's still hoping and making dua to Allah to grant him and her wife offspring. This is certainly not the first time he's making dua, yet he said, وَلَمْ أَكُمْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّ شَقِيًّا. I have never been shaqi when I asked you, Ya Rab. Shaqi is the opposite of happiness. It is grief, sadness, depression, or a bad mood, either short or long term, and it also has the meaning of rushing. Now, this statement teaches us something. It really gives us something to ponder. First, when we make dua, who are we asking? We are asking to Allah. Here we are talking about Allah who gives us the oxygen, Allah who gives us the ability to breathe, gives us the ability to see, gives us the ability to speak. Our hearts, our ears, our limbs, all of these are not automatic machines. Allah makes them work. Allah is providing for you and me day and night, every second. Can you imagine if we have to make dua every time we want to speak? That's crazy, that's impossible. And after all of this, guess what? It is often that the only time we turn to Allah, the only time we talk to Allah is when we think we need something or we miss something important. Meanwhile, we forget that as long as this time, Allah is continuously giving what we need. When we have someone in our lives who do many favors to us, maybe our mother, father, brother, sister, teacher, we will feel ashamed to not appreciate what they did and to complain over him or her. And now it's Allah, كُلَّ يَوْمٍ هُوَ فِي شَأْنٍ. So the first important thing here is, before we complain about why Allah didn't give us what we wanted, etc., please be aware of what He has given to us every day, every second. How can we say that Allah does not listen to us? Allah does not only listen, He responds to every dua. Now the next thing is about how come Allah didn't respond in the way that we wanted. Allah responds to dua in many ways. The thing we need to remember is making dua is not the same as placing orders at the restaurant. When we make dua, we are not in a position as a customer. If we are customers, we have our rights to complain if we do not get what we've ordered, because we've paid for certain items. But in the context of making dua, we are a slave. We are not paying anything to Allah. You see, Zakaria alayhi salam, when he made dua, he called to Allah, Rabb, O Master. Allah, you are the ultimately high. You are the master and I am the slave. So we are in the position of humility. And thus, we trust the master that whatever he gives, we will take it. And even if he decides not to give, we accept. Because we are aware that Allah knows better than us. Allah knows what we deserve. Ayub alayhi salam, when he made dua to Allah about his sickness, he didn't even ask Allah to cure him because he doesn't know if it is the best. That's another level of dua. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, he made very sincere dua for a child from his generation that will bring the Quran. But it's not fulfilled through Ismail, nor his grandchild, nor his grandchild's grandchild. It's fulfilled many generations later when the first revelation was sent down to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best time from Allah. Last, if Allah is continuously providing and we do not always get what we expected, so what's actually the point of making dua? The point of dua is actually about building relationship with Allah. It is an admission that Allah provides and we are in need. Dua is wa ufawwid amri ilallah. When you entrust, you leave your affairs to Allah. Dua is about having a partnership with Allah and understand that He will certainly give us the best despite what we asked, because He truly knows what's the best and we don't. We only assume or predict with very limited knowledge. Many more we can talk about dua, but we have limited time here. Now I just want to remind myself and you, we still have time this Ramadan, in this blessed month, to supplicate more to Allah, to talk more to Allah. So tell Him, make dua. Be sure that He certainly will respond to your du'as and that He knows what's best for you and for me. Imagine you have unlimited access to the one who has power over literally everything. We cannot suddenly come before a king or president or an important or influential leader. However, we are able to have even intimate conversation with the King of the Kings. Every time, everywhere, He always be there. Barakallahu fikum. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.